Hello, everyone. I am so bad at restarting recording and making it seem like I'm not restarting the recording.
Well, that means you're a bad liar. That's good.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Let's Play XCOM 2 War of the Chosen. I am Squee. This is Inferno.
Hello.
Hi, everyone. We're redoing this because I messed up. First things first, everyone on the stream, are things better? Are things going okay now? Better than they were? We're going to play XCOM 2 War of the Chosen expansion pack. I know quite a bit about it. Not all the secrets, but a bit. But Inferno is completely blind.
I am. I haven't seen, read, watched a hype video, nothing. All my recommendations on YouTube's, there's this video that's been hanging out there, which is like 8 amazing things War of the Chosen does, and I'm like, I'm not watching you video. I want to find out for myself. So here I am.
Yeah, so it should be very exciting. And we're doing things a little differently. In the past, I've done let you, the community, submit soldiers and roleplay them to give them more of a backstory, because one of the great things about XCOM 2 is that soldiers have amazing customization options, and if they die permanently. So giving them more of a character, more backstory, more life to them allows you to attach them much better, so that you feel great when they succeed and horrible when they fail. We're doing things slightly differently this time. You guys as a community are working together to make the soldiers and progress them and get together and to say, hey, this happened to him on the mission, maybe this would change the character in this way, so that you guys do it together as a group instead of just hoping your one soldier gets picked. Also, I am letting the community vote on overall paths, like what we focus on and when it comes to research and what we build and that kind of thing, with the caveat that in-game, I can alter those plans if necessary or if deemed necessary, because you never know. Things might pop up that I don't have time to wait for people to vote on. Like what missions to take is a perfect example. I'm sorry, I can't just sit there and wait for everyone to get in the committee and vote. Or if one of the new things in Inferno is that research can randomly be inspired, which means that you'll get it faster, but you have to choose it right then. And so, at that point, it's a nice way to make every playthrough a little different, because maybe you focus on different research sooner. But yeah, definitely. So with that in mind, let's go ahead and start. I'm very, very excited. If you are interested in helping out, there's a link in the description below to go to the Discord channel where you can do such things. And let's do this. Alright, so we're going to be playing on Commander. However, we may change that either up or down depending on, if things are too hard. I'm pretty sure it's not going to be too easy. Pretty sure that's not going to be a problem.
Yeah, I think you'll be safe there.
We're going to do the tutorial because I really actually like the tutorial, even though the first mission in and of itself, I don't like how restrictive it is. It frees you up much after that, and there's a lot of story there that you miss otherwise. And
advanced options.
Advanced options. Most of this I'm not going to mess with. Beta Strike basically doubles the HP of everyone, which is interesting because it makes for longer, more tactical battles. Your soldiers have more hit points, theirs have more hit points. And while it does reduce the idea of your soldier getting one-shotted, it also, to me, says that you're going to have a lot more soldiers in the infirmary because fights are going to be more dragged out. So I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to start with any of the new special classes. We'll just get those in-game. Grim Horizon is a horrible thing if you really like to punish yourself. All dark events... Some people
love challenges.
Yeah, that's true. All dark events are permanent. Dark events are things in the game that if you don't counter them, they give penalties, like all enemies carry explosives, all enemies have armor. This makes them last forever. Which could be really difficult in the end. Double the length.
I like these next two options quite a bit.
So double the length of the Avatar project and double the length of mission timers. Now I'm definitely going to do this because I don't like mission timers. I don't mind having a little bit. I hope this will be a good compromise. I don't mind having a time limit in the sense that I can't just sit there forever in Overwatch. I do have to push forward, but their mission timers were ridiculously short.
Agreed.
So, yeah, hopefully the double mission timers will add enough room that I don't feel like I'm constantly pushed to do stupid things. Double the Avatar project allows you a lot more breathing room in the overall campaign. because you're not having to rush to manage the Avatar project. I think I'm not going to select it simply because I've noticed in War of the Chosen there are a lot more options to manage the Avatar project, and I feel like if I double this, it might be too easy then. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to just not do it, and then we'll just make sure we keep a focus on keeping the Avatar project down. And then precision explosives, I'm not very happy with. Grenade damage falls off from the center of the blast area. This is a very long war type thing, and I totally get why they do it, but I personally enjoy that comfort of knowing that my grenades are going to do damage if you're in that radius. So I'm not going to select it. So I'm selecting one of these options.
And it is arguably one of the ones that makes... But that's great. I mean, I'd rather have more options and customize it to my playstyle than vice versa. So,
absolutely, and who knows, maybe I'll want to use those options in the future. Maybe I like the idea of trying a campaign where everyone has double the hit points and see how much that changes things. I assume smoke grenades would be far more valuable. The idea of ambushing pods and finishing them off before they have a chance to attack you is much harder now, so it would probably completely change how you play. So, but
now,
yes.
I might suggest doing reduced beginner voiceover. You don't miss out on any plot stuff, but it's not like... Remember we were talking about how Bradford just harangues you about, like, there's a citizen over there. Like, I know! I know, I can see it! So, yeah.
I will say this, that in the expansion there is a lot more talking, but it's more interesting talking to me, because it's like, for example, your enemies teasing you and things like that. So, we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, I'll throw that on there. So, let's get started, guys. War of the Chosen should be an epic adventure. Let's do this. Oh yeah, by the way, real quick, I don't have Alien Hunters or Shin's Last Gift. I just haven't seemed... First of all, Alien Hunters, I will never play. It is overpowered and ridiculous. Basically, it adds alien bosses to the game that get to take an action after every one of your actions. Not movement, not on their turn. Basically, every time you fire or move or anything, they get to act. And that's ridiculously overpowered. So, not going to do it. And then Shin's Last Gift, it's nice to have sparks, but not really worth the money. So, I just didn't get them. I don't think it adds a whole lot. So, here we go.
Accessing the feed now. We're in. But I don't know for how long. You seeing this? Way too much security, even for Advent.
That's no ordinary gene therapy clinic. They were telling the truth.
Or they're leading us into a trap. A really obvious trap. We'd need an army to march in there right now.
I've got a better idea. Outrider, this is Central. Go.
They look so shifty when they run. You sort of like... Boop, 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 boop.
timeline you placed upon us, mistakes are bound to happen.
It wasn't our fault. Please!
There's no need for any of this. I will do what you ask of me. I just need additional time.
Did you say something?
You're one of those? You must understand. I had no choice.
Outrider, report.
So, you do exist. Outrider to Avenger, I have visual confirmation.
Are you sure?
Reapers are always sure.
I'll take your word for it. Cover your tracks and get the hell out of there. They can't know we were here. Yet.
Understood. Now the real war begins.
Wait, So you're just gonna leave dead bodies there and close the doors? Did we just say they can't know we were here?
It explains why there is high security during the tutorial.
It does indeed. And how you knew he was there in the first place.
Continues to build as city centers across the globe prepare for the 20th anniversary of Unification Day.
Thousands line up
God,
at the
I'm
site
glad
of
we
the
don't have to
Great
fight that
Accord,
many on a mission.
celebrating the formation of the Advent Coalition.
Keeping with their promise to humanity, 12 new gene therapy clinics will be opening in select cities by the end of the new year.
Despite the attempted attack by fringe elements, operations at the new facility in Paris thankfully remain unaffected.
In response to the unprovoked intrusion on the eve of our most beloved celebration, the speaker reaches out to us.
A small number of dissidents again repeat the mistakes of the old world.
Striking as we celebrate a benevolent savior who time and again offers only friendship and compassion.
Yet these trivial actions could never break the bond between humanity and the Elders.
Peacekeeping forces have already made several preemptive arrests of known collaborators. Advent again assures all citizens that today's celebrations will continue as planned.
Perfect.
The Advent administration reminds you to report all suspicious activity to your nearest peacekeeper. Only together can we build a better tomorrow. Approaching position. You were right. They've definitely got their hands full today.
Stay focused. Prep gatecrasher. 60 seconds.
Now.
Signal received. Loud and clear. Okay, Gatecrasher. Your turn.
Advent forces are swarming to the blast point. We need to move on the package before they figure out what we're up to.
Okay. So, we're just going to blow through this as quickly as we can.
Now to play the mission where the game takes more control than you do.
Yeah. I
let's
kind
just
of
blow through this.
I understand, like, they were going with the theory of walking you through it, letting you actually do the action might have more of an impact, but I'm kind of with you in that a video would have sufficed.
Yep.
Some people, I guess, like, it's like actually being able to go through the action and click it here, they might need
Some
that.
people have
but-
never played this game or games like this before, I guess, which is why. You know what bothers me then? Then why make the tutorial so critical to the story?
I thought you were going to say, like, what bothers me is, why? Why haven't you played this yet?
Yeah. What's the matter with you? I will say this, since sorry, we are going to talk over all these tutorial messages because first of all, you've played this tutorial before. Second of all, don't worry about it. I will say this. I remember I was very blasé when XCOM 2 first came out. But one thing I do like is the art style. More specifically, I will say I think the Advent troopers look cool as hell.
Mm-hmm.
I also love the fact that I don't know if they're speaking English. Kids is always just that's why you heard me like giving that little laugh during that cutscene when the officers were just talking to the scientists because it's just like rah, rah!
Yeah.
How do we understand them? Is it like Charlie Brown's teacher? Womp 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 womp. Except it's more yelly and angry. Oh, it's amazing.
It is nice. I like how they okay, I like a lot of the things they do with XCOM 2 as far as the world. Like, I like how there is the aliens and then there is Advent, and they are two separate divisions that they work together, you know? Advent is like their underlings, but there is a big difference between the aliens themselves and Advent. Okay, where am I going? Oh, I'm just gonna shoot. Am I shooting? I think I'm shooting. All right, well let's take a 68% shot here.
I bet you'll hit.
Woo!
This game is a liar. In the actual game, 68% shots always miss.
Yeah,
you know that.
That's how percentages work. All right.
They can see you now. How about you all shoot first and celebrate later? No problem.
Why would we celebrate that they can see me now? That makes no sense.
I appreciate the bravery, but you're dangerously close right now. Be careful.
Yeah, I love how the game tells you to do something and then they chastise you for doing it. It's like, why are you taking that cover? Game.
Well, Squee, it's in the lore of the game. This soldier is just too aggressive.
Yeah.
So they're reneging on her.
You know, we actually
don't worry, she'll pay for it. She'll pay for it real soon.
As a community, we actually debated whether or not we would give the soldiers in-mission traits. In other words, like, if their backstory had them really hate a certain kind of alien or something, oh, well, you're dead. Would they, in the mission, shoot at those aliens first, or maybe they would charge in or something? And I eventually decided against it.
Tactical options so much, it's not even funny.
Because in this game, I mean, while the idea is neat, in this game, that could screw over an entire squad. Because it's amazing how fast one bad mistake can just lead to
You have like a little drone that can just stun you, and a snake person, and you're like, well, my character hates drones, so I'm gonna fire at the drone when you could have killed the snake person, and then the snake person, kills someone
There we
else,
go.
blah blah blah. And you're just like, this isn't the RPG. You can. There's RPG elements in this, but it's not an RPG.
Oh, Bradford.
She's calling reinforcements. Stop that.
She. How do you know it was a she?
Shin knows.
Central, reporting in.
You're late. What have you been doing down there?
Taking in the sights.
Butterface.
They're us. At least there used to be. Human hybrid soldiers. Advent's reward for obedience and service.
We've all heard rumors. I just never believed it was true.
No one wanted to. But we find what we're looking for today. I promise you that's gonna change. Let's move.
Looks like that transmission went through. You have an Advent transport closing on your position.
You heard her. Cover the left side.
All right.
I want to bring up two other things real quick. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a big fan of Shen, at least Shen 2. Shen Jr. I don't like her character. She's a little too quirky and unsure of herself, and you know what I mean. And I'm just you'll see in the tutorial or when she introduces herself, her body language, I don't know, just really irritates me.
I could see.
Second of all, I will also say this. I don't want to completely shit on this game already. Here I am, because who knows what word the chosen changes. But another thing I'm not crazy about is how they make the commander seem like he's like space Jesus. You know what I mean? Like when you introduce Bradford, within 4 sentences he says, "Welcome back, Commander. It's good to have you back." Long pause. Commander. And I'm like, go fuck yourself. Like, well, come on.
I can see. Oh, here's the thing.
Writing could be a little bit better.
I can see it from Bradford, given their history. Like Bradford, you know, from the first game.
It's good to say welcome back.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah. But you repeat it over and over again, and we can't do anything without you, Commander. Really? You staged this rescue pretty great without me.
I will say that they did one thing, and we'll see it pretty quickly. They changed cutscenes a little bit, where there was this really silly concept that the aliens had the commander just so that they could study his tactical excellence. Like, they would just have him do
Yes.
tactical simulations and see how amazing he
We're
was.
running simulations because his brain is just perfect. And I'm like,
Amazing.
"Fuck off."
They changed that a little bit. They gave it a different, and we'll see, but they gave a different reason as to why they were doing it. It's a small change, but to
Good.
me, it's a needed one. All
Yes.
right. What am
Hey,
I doing here?
that's
I'm
all
just
that
going to fire
matters.
it.
So, but anyways, so now with the things that I wasn't too crazy about, I have to say, out of XCOM 2, the weakest part, at least in the original release, was its story. I found it, not even necessarily the overall story. The overall story was fine. It was needed. It was fine for a strategy game. It was the writing, the dialogue writing, the constant babysitting, the constant talking over like little tiny stuff like, oh, Bradford can't fly the ship. Oh, let's talk about that. Let's talk about Advent burgers for the next 50 lines of dialogue. And I'm like, oh my god, shoot me in the face. So yeah.
It's still there. In fact, there's like you can go to the bar now and listen to the Resistance radio, but at least you can choose to do that.
See, I get to choose to do that.
Yeah,
I can choose to do that.
To secure the package.
Let's hope our intel was good.
This is the place.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Looks like there's an access panel attached. If you get me a better look, I might be able to...
Next time.
So, I got one more thing I gotta say.
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry, I gotta say it. So they wisely put the commander, which is supposed to be you, oh Space Jesus, in a suit, right? And they put you a big mask and a big bulky suit, so you don't know any physical features: man, woman, skin color, nothing, height, even, right?
Right.
So when they say, "Are you sure it's them?" and he opens it up and he sees just some suit, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm sure." I'm like, "How? How are you sure?"
I know
We've
that.
done everything we can to mask anything that might identify this person.
No, not Crasher 1. No.
Oh, he was my favorite. He was my bae.
Okay, I will actually care greatly when our soldiers die, except for those two.
Yeah. They're not our soldiers. They're not under our command. You're being rescued. Those are Bradford's soldiers. It's Bradford's problem. Okay, I seriously am done though. No one wants to watch a video where a person just bitches about the XCOM 2.
I will say they had some missteps. What I loved was and I still do, the atmosphere. They really did a great job. First of all, I think that even though my hesitancy at first of choosing the bad ending of XCOM 1, I love the atmosphere that they made with it. The idea that you're resistance fighters, I think they did a good job. There's some cutscenes where it really was well done, where like you're showing how you're kind of the desperate side. I really liked that. I liked that take on it.
And I remember when we first did this, I was not really happy about everything that I did in XCOM 1 was worthless, but I'm like, how are they going to make an XCOM 2? And I've gotten over that fact very easily with the fact that XCOM 1 could have happened. You could have blown up the temple ship, all this other stuff. And you know what? That was a test. Now they found out who they needed to home in on, and then just this huge evasion fleet came and just wiped everybody out, right? Like, what you thought you faced the original guard, like the original forces? No. That was just a what was it in Mass Effect 2? Harbinger. It was just a Harbinger. They were just Harbingers, is what they were. They were just the scouts. The test. And so so then they come, they kick everyone's asses, and here you are. Makes sense, and that's the best thing. All they just say is, we lost. They didn't say how you lost. So you can fill it in however you want.
Yeah, I like to go with the narrative that during the base attack, XCOM lost it.
Makes sense. Yeah, see, at least that makes a little bit more sense. A lot of people say that, you know, you never survived after 1 or 2 months of the initial invasion. Okay, if we go with that, then why is the commander such a strategic genius? You know what I mean? Like, why is he so critical, or she, or whomever is so critical, right? He sucked.
Ooh, scary. Ciphers.
Hey, spoiler alert.
I'm sorry. I don't even. There's not even a reason to play anymore. I'm sorry. No.
Yeah. Well, it's called War of the Ciphers, right? No, wait. No, it's not. It's called War of the Chosen. So we're okay.
Yeah. The way I always went with it, especially for these LPs, was that XCOM was a sham from the start. Like, this is obviously. Well, yeah. I'll wait.
A sham.
It's a bit of headcanon there, I know, but hang on.
Gotta save him.
You don't just throw a body down like that.
I don't disagree.
But as it stands now, we risk losing the patient if we don't begin the removal procedure immediately.
We're ready.
Good. Then let's get on with it.
Bradford, did you sterilize your hands?
Just like 20 years ago. We were still calling it a war back then. We had no idea what was coming.
See? Vague enough that it could be anything. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Prepping for cranial intrusion.
I love how the chip is in the back of your skull, so the implication here is that they are going through your head.
Yep. You're gonna have a hole in the back of your mouth.
Of course they are. These implants were never designed to be removed. We are risking severe...
No plan B here, people. Do it.
No, Paris.
Doctor! No signal.
Pupillary response normal. Vital stabilizing. Procedure complete.
Told him it would take more than that to keep you down.
Yeah.
Commander.
Yeah.
I'd just be like, I have a name.
I just had a stroke.
Glad to see you're finally coming out of it. Don't envy the headache you must have, though. Still, can't fault Dr. Tygan. Especially as no one's even attempted something like this before. Easy. We're still not entirely sure what they did to you. That chip was buried halfway into your skull. Lost a lot of good soldiers looking for you over the years. Almost gave up hope you were still out there. Acted on the intel as soon as I got word. Not sure what you remember, but a lot's changed. Did the best I could, but the last 20 years have been tough without you. You feel like catching up? Shen has the archive up and running on your terminal. Otherwise, I'd go see Dr. Tygan when you're ready. There's some things you should know. He'll be better at explaining them than me. It's damn good to have you back, Commander.
Yeah, give me that long pause, baby. Ooh, it makes me feel special.
So, what I always did with it was, the idea that the aliens, it's understandable to think the aliens had some tentacles there before they actually invaded, if you know what I mean. And the idea is that XCOM was supposed to be very flashy, so that the world felt like they were doing something about it, but not very effective. And the commander ended up being too good and too effective, and eventually the aliens were just like, well, that's not what we wanted, just shut it down. That's like the way I envision, because that makes much more sense for the reasons you said. If they lost the war, why was he so good exactly?
Yes. Why was he such a linchpin that they lost?
Alright, let's go to the research.
Impressive, isn't it? Capable of generating immense power, yet completely harmless to human life. If only the same could be said for the rest of the aliens' technology, Commander. Dr. Richard Tigan, Chief Science Officer.
Shepard.
I am responsible for the entirety of our
Oh,
research
yes,
here,
Rex.
as well as the procedure you so recently underwent. Welcome to my lab, such as it is. I'm not sure what Central may have told you, but we found something while removing you from the alien stasis suit. A device implanted directly in your occipital lobe. Had I access to the equipment available to me during my tenure at Advent, I would already know the precise nature of its function. However, given time and your approval, of course, Commander, I assure you, I will find out. Which brings to light an additional point. Though aspects of this facility are indeed impressive, I am but one man. Were you to direct additional support personnel and resources to me, I could substantially improve the speed of all our research. Farewell, Commander.
No, I don't like nerds.
On your order, Commander.
My suggestion to everyone who's going to be role playing this in the comments section or in the Discord, please follow all the NPCs and end all your sentences with Commander.
Commander. It reminds me
in
of
case you forget who he's talking to.
It reminds me of the Mass Effect days where they used his last name as just Shepard.
It's like, I have a first name. It is John. They're like, we can't voice record all of that. What are we, Bethesda?
All right. So the first month or so, we're not going to do voting. People, we'll start the voting probably second month.
In the meantime, you might want to head down to the armory.
All right. No, in the meantime, I want to go take a look at my soldiers.
Jane Kelly was instrumental in the op to get you back. She earned enough experience for a promotion. We should take care of that now.
Look at you, Kelly,
serves
go.
as our primary reconnaissance unit, capable of moving independently in concealment while engaging enemies
she's got a
at
sword.
close range.
All right. So first things first, I'm going to go over the soldiers' bios as we use them, so that I'm not just sitting here reading 14 bios. But I do want to go make sure that we got
Our troops will
all the
only
right
get
soldiers.
stronger as they gain experience.
Okay.
Thanks, Bradford. I want
Commander,
Bradford.
to the bridge.
No, I want to.
No, you can't play the game yet. You have to go to the bridge now, Squee.
Okay.
I heard you, Shen. When we get the thing, you'll be the first to know.
Attention. Unauthorized presence detected.
What? This
Give
is
me
new.
a second. Execute Echelon Protocol.
Attention. Senior command exchange confirmed.
I had wanted that to be a little more ceremonious, but we've got something. A local resistance cell just located this hybrid magnetic power converter that Shen's been pushing us to find. They tracked the device to a nearby Advent convoy and are attempting to take it down. If we can bring this converter back in one piece, we might actually get this place up and running and give the aliens a real war for a change. The squad is prepped and ready to launch on your order, Commander. Just give the word.
So yeah, this is what I was saying, that you don't get this mission
I
if you
forgot
don't do
about
the
this
tutorial.
because I never did the tutorial because I'm like, I know how to play the game, so I never did this. So my bad.
Okay, cool. So we got. So we are getting these are the right soldier list. Can I remove them? I can't. I can't choose. Okay, cause tutorial.
Nope.
Can I edit them?
Yep.
Nope. I
Yeah,
can't
you
even.
want to do tutorial, home.
I can't even look at their
Nope.
bios.
You play how they want you to play.
Yeah. Well, luckily that doesn't last after this mission. So, but these are all characters from our character pool. So at least that is good. We've
My
got.
favorite is the one with the cigarette in his mouth.
Yeah, G. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce XI in Chinese. I think it's like Xi with an SH. Not sure.
Sure.
But yeah. So let's go ahead and start. Actually, no, we're gonna end this episode here, and then we'll start the mission at the next episode. I'll read their bios after the mission because it's not gonna let me
Good
start
idea.
with it. All right, we'll be right back.